Usually when I draw, I try to think of simple things. What we're gonna do first is right here, real simple bean shape. And right above the bean, so I'm gonna draw 2 more. They're a little bit bigger. They go right above it. So basically you got like 3 magic beans. Very nice. Good job.
I am so proud of me.
The Lorax is all about the mustache. That's the most fun part about him. So what we do is I drew 2 giant leaf shapes. One over there. Try to make them big. Make them about the same size. And what you can do, add some fur on them.
Why do you have one of these? You don't even have a mustache.
So I'm gonna work on his head now. So all I do is I'm gonna think of one big shape on top, like a half sun, right? I'm gonna connect it all. Right over there, and right over there, right? Now we're getting to the fun part. Eyes. So like really cute animals, the bigger the eyes, the better. So you can start small, but like as I go, I just get bigger and bigger, you know? So 2 big eyes right in the middle. You can put white dots in the center of them if you want. The eyes are probably the most important part of an animated character. It says a lot about how they're feeling. And to help that, I'm gonna do some big old eyebrows. So you can do some big old hairy eyebrows on top. I'm gonna finish off the body, and he's like a big giant bean himself. I like his nose, like his eyes, so I'm just gonna finish this big bean off. I'm gonna use the rest of the paper, and I'm gonna go all the way down here. Nice big round shape. Yeah. Next to the arms and legs, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I do for the legs is I make a little V that way. I make a little V that way. Pretty simple. And then we can do 2 V's over for the arms too. We do one over there, and we do one over there. And then what I do is I put kind of like curves in the middle here. They're pointy for the knees and for the elbows, for the inside, and around. Then add lots of these little tick marks. Really adds a lot of character. So now we're gonna do hands and feet. His fingers are all pointy because they're furry on the end. Instead of fingernails, he's got fur. So what I think of is I just think of like they're kind of furry. Same with the feet. You just do some fur like that at the bottom. Then for the smile, I like to put him with a big grin like this and some teeth and a lower lip. A couple of hairs. And there you go. I think he's done.
Ah, yes.
Why don't you hold up your drawings? Let's see what you got. All right. Look at that. You guys, really good. Fantastic.
Thank you. No nature, no flowers, no one seemed to mind. But a secret was waiting for someone to find. Who am I kidding? One of my all-time favorite books, period.
And who are you?
I'm the Lorax. Guess who's playing the Lorax? I'll give you a hint. He's very handsome. Yes, you're right, it's me.
I play a guy named Ted, who's at that age when girls start to come into the picture.
Audrey!
And what are you supposed to do with that? I mean, it can be intimidating. Maybe he wants to talk to her, ask her to a dance, take her out for a pizza, or show her a stamp collection. Okay, scratch the stamp collection.
You rule!
Well, where can I find him?
Far outside of town where the grass never grows, and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows. Ooh. Grammy goes a little over the top to make a point.
Quit doing that!
Which is not at all like me in real life. I said chamomile tea! And like all grandmas, Grammy is sizing up the girl Ted has an eye on. Just seeing if she fits Grammy's standards.
Hi, Ted. What's up?
Just cruising, putting out the vibe. Just me and my thoughts.
Oh, Is this the girl you're always talking about?
Grandma! Stop making things up.
She's even prettier.
Okay, gotta run, bye.
Now you may be asking yourself, what the heck is a Lorax? Guardian of the forest. I speak for the trees. And he's got the bushiest mustache of all time. Why do you have one of these? You don't even have a mustache. The little guy just wants to save the trees from being cut down. Did you chop down this tree?
What's that? I think he did it.
And what he lacks in size, he makes up for in passion. You have been warned. Thanks.
Yeah, okay.
You have been warned. Even practical jokes aren't out of the question. Look at oh, who taught you guys how to steal a bed? Don't let his size fool you. He'll stand up to anybody.
So who invited the giant furry peanut?
I'll go right up your nose.
You wouldn't hit a woman.
That's a woman? Take it from me. The Lorax is ready for anything. Just don't startle him when he's sleeping.
Dr. Seuss's The Lorax.
My favorite thing about Dr. Seuss's books is that he creates an entire world of whimsy and quirkiness.
I mean, the characters that he draws are just sort of insane. They've got a very weird, cool vibe to them. They're captivating.
And I think it just draws you in because the design of the world is magical.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
People across the world love Dr. Seuss, and his drawings have a connection with people, and so there is a responsibility to try to capture some of that in what is a different medium.
I'm the Lorax, guardian of the forest.
You definitely have to take a lot of creative license because what works on the page of a book isn't necessarily going to work really well in the medium of film.
You chopped down one of my trees to make that piece of garbage?
We didn't know whether or not we could truly do justice to this story until we had translated that very simple design of the Lorax into a 3D character, and we could see that the spirit of his drawing was living and breathing in that dimensional character.
I was so blown away by the Lorax. I know that if you had to wear a mustache like that, you'd probably have to walk into a room sideways.
I just saw a little mock-up of the Lorax walking up saying, "Who's chopping down that tree? Was it you? Was it you?" I just went, oh my God, I love this guy. Are you the Onceler? Oh, man.
Didn't you read the signs? No one is supposed to come here.
So with the Onceler, in the book, all you see are these green hands that kind of poke out of the window. So there's a lot of mystery there. Who is this person? Is it a creature? Is it a human?
Geisel at one point indicates that that character is wearing gloves. So that became a clue to say that he doesn't really have green arms, he's wearing green gloves.
That was our starting point with the Onceler, and from there, our character designers, they did a lot of work and put a person behind that could connect with a movie-going audience.
Because we wanted to make sure that as people are watching it, they're identifying with the Onceler.
Ew. These animals in the Lorax are just heartbreakingly cute. Just ridiculously cute. Like maximum capacity of cuteness.
So with the animals in the forest, of course, we have the illustrations as a starting point.
You know, certainly we expanded on the humming fish, the swimming swans, the barbaloots, sort of giving them some more personality.
The book gave us a lot more source material for the Truffula Valley. You know, we really just used those colors, those shapes.
The Truffula trees were a fun experiment in the sense that we had to find a cool shape, and we used some of the shapes from the book, and so it has the flavor of the illustration, but it's really its own thing, because it's got, you know, all the fur and the hair on it. And that took quite a bit of time to sort of get the perfect look for these trees, so they look very appealing and fun, but believable as well.
Dr. Seuss's imagination spans so far that he's created this magical world that you wish you could be a part of for a day.
Our team of art directors and designers have created images that I find to be absolutely beautiful, and you just want to immerse yourself in these images.
The Lorax was a very special book to me as a kid. Dr. Seuss did it beautifully, and I really think that everyone here has celebrated that.
It's an homage to Dr. Seuss. I'm so proud to be part of the Lorax because it's a shining example of his sensibility.